Hello, Internet. If you're anything like me, you frequent your local fast food chain multiple times a week. My favorite is Taco Bell. There's one that I go to all the time, and I don't know if it's just this location or what. I haven't been to another Taco Bell in a while, but this one specifically, the inside is always empty. People don't go in there and sit, they just do drive through. They're not even playing music in there. It's like they're trying to get people not to stay there, and there's no register. They only have like the self check kiosk, which is fine. I would prefer that. I can take my time ordering my burritos and I don't have to get awkward asking somebody at the drive-thru to not put, sour cream on my beefy crunchy burrito, cuz normally I don't have it in me to like tell people what I want even if I'm paying for a service. I'm like, "Well, whatever you guys give me is fine." That's kind of how I approach Taco Bell, me and my partner. We go there, we're like, "We're going to donate $20 Taco Bell and we're just going to hope that they give us something that's edible." But I went in there the other day. I ordered my order. I was sitting there waiting, and then this like what looked like a 17-year-old white teenager walks in, and he immediately goes, "How do I punch in?" And then some guy walks over and he's like, "Oh, I see you decided to show up today." And, I love the drama. I want to know all about what's happening. And again, like I said, no one else in the store, no music playing. So this is my entertainment while I'm waiting for my food. So I guess he eventually gets clocked in, and there's a bag sitting on the counter where like the orders are. He sees me and he goes, "Is this your order?" And I was like, I don't know. And then he goes, "Oh, well, can you check for me? I just got here." Now, I think bad customer service is hilarious. I had to walk up to the counter, look through this bag of Taco Bell to realize that it wasn't my order. So by the instruction of the employee, I was just digging through somebody else's food, getting my grubby mitts all over everything. Again, I don't care because I'm going there and I'm spending $2.99 on a fucking burrito and I hope it doesn't give me diarrhea. If I go to an establishment where I know the person is making barely over minimum wage and they're just on their phone the whole time and they don't even look me in the eyes, that's who I'm tipping 25% to. If you're trying to be desperate and make a sale, like if you make commission at your job, I don't want to talk to you. Your only incentive for being there is to sell me something. And I'm not buying. Anyway, so eventually I get my food, I eat, I go home. No diarrhea. So what more can you really ask for from Taco Bell? If you go there, you get something that's edible and you don't have diarrhea, you've succeeded as a Taco Bellian. Some people get so bent out of shape when they aren't treated like kings at Applebee's. I had this 60-something-year-old person tell me, when I walk into a restaurant, if the host doesn't greet me within 30 to 40 seconds, I take my money elsewhere. Okay, well, I don't think the host at Cracker Barrel cares whether or not you give them $46 because that is not contingent on them having a job. Especially the older generations, they were told if you keep your head down, you work for 35 years, you're going to get everything your heart's ever desired. And everyone bought into that, and no one got it. Almost nobody got it. So I think a lot of these boomers especially are just so bitter that they spent their life doing shit that they literally don't give a fuck about for the only sake of making money and one day getting like a nice watch and a pension. And they don't even get that. So the little amount of control and power that they have to feel like a king, they're going to use that shit for all that they can. They're going to milk it for all it's got. When I walk into an establishment, you are my slave until I fucking leave. Okay? I just think it goes to show that it's so easy for human life to be disregarded when it comes to money. Money kind of makes it so that you can do whatever you want. And I mean that extremely literally. With enough money, anything in the world can go away. Anything in your life can disappear. People will use the argument that like rich people, they don't experience enough like problems in their life and they don't experience enough like friction in their life, and that's why they're so out of touch. But rich people experience just as many problems and friction as anybody else, but the natural occurring consequences are mitigated by money. Anything that can happen to you, it's just going to go away if you have money. For example, like a 16-year-old rich kid, if he crashes his car, his parents can just buy him a new car. So what incentive does that give him to not crash his car? But he still crashed his car. He still had the problem, but like the consequence of not having a car doesn't exist. I'm not really sure how we can like do anything about this. We kind of just have to wait for people to die and hope that when we get older, we are not bitter. We're going to be bitter for different reasons. They're going to start putting restrictions on social media. They're going to start like making it so you can't go on Instagram for more than an hour a day. And millennials are going to be in a fucking uproar. In the same way that people were upset when in the 80s they made it illegal to drive without your seatbelt, right? They were like, they're taking away my freedom to kill myself with my vehicle. I think that's kind of what's going to happen with social media, because we all know social media is horrible. We all know that it's rotting our brain, and we all know that it's something that we can't get away from because we're addicted. I think eventually the powers that be are going to realize that for the greater good of their existence as the powers that be, we need to not be rotting our brains so much, because there needs to be a little bit of something that they can take from us. But if we have nothing to give them, then there's nothing that they can take. And then it's like, what's the point of all this? That's just how it's going to be, you know? Like, I can't even fathom what the world is going to be like in 2050, in 25 years or so. That's crazy. That's not even that long. I'm not even going to be like that old in 2050. I'll be substantially older, but I won't be like elderly decrepit. You know what I mean? But the world's going to be a completely different place, and we're not going to be able to keep up with it. I already don't understand fucking VR headsets. I put one of those on for 10 minutes and tried climbing a mountain, and I got so nauseous I had to sit for 45 minutes so I wouldn't throw up in VR world in the middle of Manhattan, even though my girlfriend took me there for my birthday. But yeah, basically I think people are okay with consciously poisoning themselves as long as they get to like take advantage of people. And I think that's the biggest problem in our lives. So that's all I have to say for this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm just kidding. Please don't. I'm just kidding. Please do. I don't know. I've never said that in one of my videos before. I guess you have to do that now. And you also have to come back next Sunday for my next video. So I'll see you then.